What's going on, TTC? New Rob report. A little late in getting my video out here. Actually, I actually recorded my video. Matter of fact, I recorded 2 videos. Just hadn't quite gotten around to getting them edited and produced, so I could put them on YouTube. Excuse me. And then I actually went ahead and got them ready. And then I made the bonehead mistake of updating my my software. And I'm a cheap ass, so I didn't pay for my video editing software. I stole it from the internet. And those of us who know anything about, stealing music and software from the internet, you know that if you're running software that's cracked, you can't update it typically, because if you update it, it changes the file, and the crack doesn't work anymore. You no longer have a activated version of your software, which means it doesn't really work anymore, unless it turns into a trial mode or bullshit. It doesn't give you access to all the features. So now I have my video editing software, which will remain nameless, and I can't actually publish the videos because it's not activated anymore. So I got to fix that soon. So we're doing this one on the cell phone in the car. So anyways, tough game. We had a really, really tough game the other day. Super Bowl 49. We were very close to becoming the first team to repeat as Super Bowl champs in a decade. Would have been nice. So I'm going to be the guy. I'm going to be the guy that I normally am not. I'm going to say all this stuff. I'm going to say New England fans, you knew it was over. Everybody knew it was over. You all knew the game was over. The game was done. The game was over. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. The game is over. Everybody knows the ball goes to Marshawn Lynch. He jumps over the pile, or he runs through the line. It's a touchdown. Game over. It's foregone conclusion at that point. Seattle is repeat champs. Everybody who watched the game knew that was what was going to happen. Everybody who watched the highlights, who just didn't even know the outcome of the game yet, knew that was going to happen. Hell, even after I already knew what happened when I watched the highlights, I still thought Seattle was going to win. So no talking about I told you so. No talking about I knew we were going to. No one knew nothing. You knew that Seattle had won. Anyways, that's enough about that. I'm also going to be that guy. I'm going to defend Pete Carroll, and I'm going to defend Darrell Bevell, whoever. I'm defending the play call. Now, there's a lot of shit talking about how it's the worst call in Super Bowl history. The worst call ever. Granted, I wouldn't have called that play. I would have just given the ball to Marshawn, and so would have a lot of other people, apparently. But hindsight is 20/20, folks. Now, a lot of us in the TTC know football, and there's some of us who don't know football. All right, some of you folks in TTC, just because you're a football fan and you're a fan of a team, doesn't mean you have to know football. There's no rule that says that. I myself am not just a football fan, a Seahawk fan, but I also know football. And those of us who know football know that despite despite the fact that they should have just ran the ball, the bottom line is the play made sense. I know, Pete Carroll knows, Bill Belichick knew that sooner or later, at one point or another, they were going to have to throw the ball. That's what Bill Belichick wanted. He wanted to have to throw the ball. It was 2nd down, 4-down territory. If Marshawn doesn't just walk into the end zone on the next play, we're going to have to throw the ball. It made more sense to throw the ball sooner rather than later. We had a timeout. Throw the ball, incomplete pass, it's like an extra timeout. Right? It made sense, folks. I hear a lot of talk about how Russell Wilson didn't throw the ball right. The Ricardo Lockett didn't run the route strong enough or hard enough. Didn't, come to the ball. Neither one of those things are true. Russell Wilson put the ball right where it was supposed to be. In any pass, especially a timing route, there is a sweet spot. There's a sweet spot for any pass. Russell Wilson put the ball in the sweet spot. Ricardo Lockett did his job. It's not Russell. I also hear about people saying that Russell Wilson could have checked out of that play. No. That's not true. It's not the quarterback's job to second guess the coach. Quarterbacks don't check out of plays because they disagree with the call. A quarterback checks out of a play when he gets to the line of scrimmage and sees unfavorable matchups on the other side of the football. That's why a quarterback checks out of a play. Not because he disagrees with the call. All the people talking all this crazy stuff don't know shit about football. You got sports radio, media, and analysts. In the sports radio is the worst. On the jocks of these analysts, Deion Sanders, which I respect. Okay, Michael Irvin, Joe Theismann, all say the worst call ever. You know what? None of these guys are coaches. They're just players. None of them are coaches. None of them have ever been coaches. None of them ever will be coaches. Bill Belichick said himself he agreed with the call. He understands the call. I'm not saying he would have did the call, he would have made the call, but he gets and understands the call. He says it quite certainly was not a bad call. And Bill Belichick is quite often referred to as one of the best, if not the best coaches in all-time NFL history. So why is everybody sucking the dicks of these analysts who are saying, "Oh, a terrible call," and obviously they know what they're talking about. They're Hall of Famers and have Super Bowl rings. Come on, give me a break. That kid just made an outstanding play on the ball. That's all it was. That kid sold out 110% on that play. He read the play. He saw what he saw. He saw what he thought he saw. And he decided he's going to sell out and go 110% and guess. And he guessed right. He just guessed right. Had he been wrong, that guy very likely could have been the GOAT of the game instead of the hero. He guessed right. And that's the beginning of it. That's the beginning and the end of it. There's no other argument that really needs to be made. The kid just sold out on a play, made an outstanding play. He made an outstanding play. They deserve to win for that. But I defend the call. With that much time left, you throw the ball, and even you're already planning while that play is running, while they're out there at the line of scrimmage, and Russell Wilson's calling out his cadence before the snap. They're already on the sidelines trying to figure out what running play to run to get Marshawn in the end zone, just in case the pass play doesn't work. If the pass play works, great, we're Super Bowl champions. If it doesn't, no problem. A few seconds ticked off. Here's our timeout. We got 40 seconds left to fucking figure out what play we're gonna run next. 40 seconds on the play clock, I mean. It's a strategy. Yeah, you could have just went ahead and just pounded Marshawn in there. But did anybody notice that the box there was like 8 or 9 guys in the box. There was 8. It might have been 9. I don't remember what was on the other side of the field. But on the stack side, there were just 2 defenders. So there was at least 8 guys in the box. And every single one of them was licking their chops and drooling from the mouth on trying to eat up some Marshawn Lynch. Now, we know Marshawn Lynch is a beast and he does what he does, but the entire defense was built to stop Marshawn Lynch on that play. It doesn't take rocket science to see why you throw the ball there. It doesn't mean you don't run, even if they had the same defense on there the next play, you don't run it anyway, but shit, it's a strategy. It's tactical. You can't just fucking, you don't just bang your head up against a brick wall unless you have to. That's just my defense of the play. I wish it would happen. I wish it would have worked out differently. I wish that play, if that defender takes one extra half second before he breaks on the ball, they just bump into each other and it falls incomplete. But like I said, he sold out. He went 110% on it, and he won the Super Bowl for his team. So big ups to him. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. You don't condemn Pete Carroll. You definitely don't condemn Russell Wilson for not fucking changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Are you kidding me? That's all I got. I'm about to go to Popeyes and get some chicken. Fuck the 49ers. Go Hawks.